Welcome back to Big Picture Investing. This is a quick special report today about the Starlink SpaceX acquisition of bandwidth and other assets from EchoStar. I'm doing a much deeper dive into why I think the Starlink network is a completely overlooked asset that is going to be integral to the future of global communications and the only provider of communications in space. So keep your eye open for that. But first, I want to address what was just announced today. SpaceX Starlink currently, if you remember the commercial during the Super Bowl, can send text messages to any 4G LTE enabled phone worldwide. This is huge for emergencies in areas where you do not have cell coverage. But what was announced today is showing us the future. In the future, Starlink is going to be a provider of a 5G LTE network that is completely independent of our existing infrastructure here on the United States. And this is going to be key for the future of AI and, more importantly, communications with robotics. So let's jump into what was just announced. All right, so SpaceX is spending $17 billion in cash and stock, which is an important point here, to acquire spectrum assets that they had built out over the last decade, because they had the big ambition to become their own 5G cell phone network that was going to compete with the big players here in the United States and globally. But their execution has been terrible. Meanwhile, SpaceX has launched 8,000 Starlink satellites into the sky and now offers high-speed internet access around the world. So under this deal, they're going to get this very important spectrum they need to start offering their 5G direct-to-cell services. As I mentioned before, this is $8.5 billion in cash, but also very important for EchoStar, they're getting $8.5 billion in SpaceX stock. Depending on the current valuation of SpaceX, which during their last round of funding in December 2024 was $350 billion, this could be worth anywhere between, call it 1% to 2% of SpaceX. That's a great kicker to the balance sheet of EchoStar, which has really been a failing company for over 5 years. What is so important about this deal is that it's going to now give us a complete 5G network. They've already launched what they call cell towers in space under this program, but the laser mesh network combines with the other Starlink satellites in space to give you high-speed internet and cell service anywhere in the world. This is going to be a game changer, folks. And it's most importantly, this is going to be the next G 5G service. A lot of people are thinking about this just being, backup to existing networks. But what people are missing is this is going to be an independent global system that has the capability to do phone calls anywhere in the world, in the most remote areas of the world where there is absolutely no other infrastructure. So why is this such a big game changer? As I've mentioned already a few times, is it's going to be an independent 5G network, completely separate of existing infrastructure around the world. Today, Starlink has had to partner with worldwide cell phone carriers in country by locations to be able to offer some of their services. But the other big piece that we'll dive deeper into when I do my bigger report about this is the industrial IoT revolution. This network is going to make it possible for AI-enabled and robotics around the world that can be working in very remote areas to have high-speed communication with those robotics and AI systems running in the most remote areas of the world, doing business functions that most of us cannot even imagine today. So that's why this is going to be very important in the future. And it's kind of a weird kind of back-end play into getting into owning some SpaceX if you want to go out and buy EchoStar stock today. So stay tuned for my much deeper report on this, and good luck with your trading.